What's up, guys? Welcome back. These are comment shorts, working on the name, but we're going to do answers to your comments from YouTube and the blog. It's part of my effort to tackle all of your questions. We're just going to go with one of them here in this first video because it's a real question. It'll be a real answer for one person and hopefully more people that have the same question. And then my goal is over time we'll build the best, a good library of answers here. So literally first take, I'm going to keep the camera on so that you can see me. I think I find that useful when I'm in a WordPress tutorial, just so you feel like you're talking to someone. Maybe the person's wearing a cool shirt. I'm not. I pretty much just wear just stark colors. Maybe you can see what coffee they're drinking. I'm not sure. Iced coffee, cold brew. But yeah, let's do it. All right, so the question I picked today is going to be from Kenny Karwacki. By the way, I'm in my new apartment now in Uptown, Minneapolis. Upton. The road's kind of close by, but at least you can, see that nice traffic going around the lake at night. So sorry about the noises, but also welcome. Welcome to the place. All right, so we're going to do this question. How do you reposition the text that says about on the big picture on the home page? All right, I think this is a great question to start with because it's moving text. We all want to move text on our WordPress blogs or websites, put things in the one place where we have it in our minds where that text or image needs to go. So this is going to show you that sort of skill and also how to edit a theme. It comes on our how to make a WordPress website with GoDaddy tutorial, which is our most popular tutorial right now. So that's good. We're not doing this on like a really old subject or an old video. It's all new, and this is where the most people are right now, at least in our channel, our little community. And yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna try to do things with themes. If we end up doing them with CSS, then that's that. Learning CSS and WordPress is always gonna make you more skillful and more powerful. So that might be the case here. Kenny says, how do you reposition the text that says about on the big picture on the home page? So Kenny is talking about our demo site at yourperfectdomainname.com. Just need to log in. I thought I was already logged in. All right, we're in. Do that update later. So in our GoDaddy WordPress website tutorial, we made this website using the Catch base theme by Catch Themes. I think it's really cool. It's got the slider, the header area, which a lot of themes don't have, and the button called Action Button, and then this really cool 3-column option for the homepage and your blog posts. It looks really cool, and a lot of it is just the images and the text that we choose, of course, but the layout is sound, and Kenny wants to make the layout even better by moving this box right here. I think that's what I understand it to be. Kenny wants to reposition the text that says about on the big picture on the homepage. So it's either just this about text that we're talking about, or it's the entire blurb, the overlay on top of the slider. All right, that shouldn't be too hard to move. The first thing we would want to do is go to Customize. Hey, Snowy. Over so you get to say hi in the tutorial. Hi from Snowy. She's already a year old. They grow so fast. Then you're gonna want to go to static front page and theme options, and we're gonna want to kind of exhaust the customize options because this is how the theme developers intended us to edit the site. Homepage, front page, excerpt options. So these are just all potential areas where we might have settings to move this about us overlay blurb, but it doesn't look like that's here. And if it's not on theme options, might be in featured slider for sure, but this is more just choosing which sliders to grab content from and which pages. So we have about us, contact, number of sliders. These are like big picture settings, and what we want to do now is just make a small scale change, which ultimately is a lot of the changes you're going to want to make, the minute ones. All right, so we didn't find how to move this About Us text and the blurb in Customize. So that means we're going to learn how to do it with custom CSS. And if you can fall back on that, then you'll pretty much always find the solution in WordPress, because it's all just a bunch of HTML and CSS nicely made by the WordPress developers. So let's right click and click Inspect here in Google Chrome. Pretty cool. And now we're in div class equals entry content. You're going to want to follow that blue box that comes up above our inspector to see where we are. So entry container shows everything, including the About Us and the blurb. And it doesn't matter that the slider moves because it's the same section. So we could focus on entry header, we could focus on entry content. But let's move the whole container, because why would you just move like the About Us part but not the text? That would look weird. When we click on div class equals entry container, on the right hand side in styles we get this piece of CSS that was written for us by Catch. And if you click around, we can actually see that we are changing the right section, and now we're moving it. So we're getting somewhere. And what we're going to want to change here is the bottom and the left. This is an absolutely positioned box of text, and it's probably within a relatively positioned slider for anyone who knows, the HTML standards and the best ways of writing HTML. All right, changing text align would be really easy, but Kenny wants to actually move this whole text box. I hope I got Kenny's question right too, by the way. If you don't get the question right, it's hard to provide the right answer these days. Kind of like when you ask a question at a forum and the person on stage doesn't really listen and they just tell you like what's on their mind instead, or what they had for lunch, or like 25% of your answer. Or when you ask a question in like a Microsoft Word forum or an Excel forum and you're like, how do I create page footers? And they're like, you're absolutely right. To create page margin, it's quite simple. We're going to go ahead and add the margin, and they don't even talk about footers. We're not going to do something like that. We're going to actually listen to you. Okay, so we want to be on entry container, and the way we're going to move the about blurb is by clicking in styles, right-clicking on featured slider.entry container. And you don't need to even remember everything that it says here. You just need to know that we're on hashtag feature-slider.entry container, and right click it and copy it, because this will target the right part of the WordPress website. Now open up Customize in a new tab, click on additional CSS. You can delete the guidelines here and right click and paste, and that will select the right part of the site, which is this blurb. Now go ahead and enter an open curly bracket, hit enter, and we're just going to want to adjust the existing settings like bottom and top. It's going to take some trial and error, but I think we can do it. So we're going to adjust bottom. So come back and just write bottom. And so the default was 44 pixels, but what if we wrote like 25 pixels? What would happen then? Just got to click away from what we did. And we'll try to hit save and publish. And when we're looking at styles now, WordPress knows the new bottom style we just wrote, but they don't want to actually use it for some reason. So we might need to come back to Customize and write important in there. So what you'll do is just put your mouse after the pixels right before the semicolon and write !important. Alright, so that's great, nothing changed. Don't you love it when you write CSS live on YouTube and nothing changes? That's embarrassing. So maybe it's just that we got the number wrong. Maybe we need like 50, and keep your eye on that blurb to see if it moves. I want to see if it moves. You be the judge. Alright, so our number was too low. So we are now moving the blurb by increasing our number size, and we can actually probably get it in the center, or maybe just offset from center. And that's great. All right, success. We just moved the text blurb for all the sliders. Of course we want to move all of them. We don't want to just move one of them. That'd be crazy and inconsistent. And we can actually get rid of the important too, which is good too. We don't want too many importants in WordPress because it's really sort of a band-aid. All right, how about that? We did it. We completed our first little comment short tutorial, and we just moved the text here. We repositioned the text that says about on the big picture on the homepage for Kenny. All right, Kenny, so what we're gonna do now is just paste this link as a reply to your comment. That's one down. Thanks so much for being our first contestant here. And we're gonna go ahead and make one of these every day now to answer other questions. Like Ludwig doesn't need an answer, but get a thumbs up because that's awesome. All right, and then this is gonna be good because I'm not publishing a lot. I'm publishing a big WordPress video on how to move and migrate WordPress.com to WordPress.org soon. But those take me months. At the least, it take me like a couple weeks, and YouTube hates me when I don't publish for that long. So this is hopefully a good way to satisfy you guys and your WordPress questions, and also satisfy YouTube. And I hope it's a lot of fun too. Ooh, good timing. Mom. All right,
Okay,
I'll try to clean up for you too. Bye. Love it. Gotta love Mom. All right, so we did it, guys. Make sure to save and publish your work, and now we successfully moved the blurb, about and contact blurb, and you'll see those changes on our GoDaddy WordPress website, demo website. All right, great job. And Kenny, you'll have that link coming at you as a reply. Thanks for watching our first comment short, fueled by your comments, guys, and I hope that you're the next person to get an answer and a YouTube video made just for you like this. And I hope you keep watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you learned anything here. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks for watching.